Hey everyone, welcome back to Masked Pundit TV, and now in this video I'm going to be giving my score predictions for every single game for Premier League Game Week 23. Yes, the games are coming in thick and fast now, it's going by quickly, so yeah, let's get right into it. I do apologise if the lighting is a bit off, there's currently a storm happening outside, and I have to have the light on, otherwise it looks very dull. So you're just going to have to forgive the lighting, there's not really much I can do about it, but anyway, let's get into it. First game kicks off in literally half hour, probably about 20 minutes by the time this is up. West Ham versus Sunderland. Now, we remember this earlier in the season. This was Sunderland's first fixture back in the Premier League. They ended up winning it. Was it 3-0 or 3-1? I can't remember if West Ham got a 8 consolation goal. Either way, Sunderland battered them. West Ham at home now. They've actually just, looks like they're about to get Adama Traore, which is came out of nowhere. It's an interesting signing there for West Ham. Yeah, I'm just not convinced by them. Just not convinced by them at all, West Ham. Got a good result against Spurs though. Sunderland dropped off a little bit. I nearly said Wolves then. What the hell? Sunderland dropped off a little bit. Still playing well though. Still top half of the table. I'm gonna go a 1-1 draw. That might be a bit mental, but a 1-1 draw. Fulham versus Brighton is next. Fulham, you know what you get with them. Very consistent team. Back to their best now after a poor start to the season. Brighton obviously coming off that 1-1 draw against Bournemouth, with a great goal in the last minute as well. I can't ever pronounce his name I think it was the Greek guy, wasn't it, who scored. Again, I don't know. I feel like a 2-1 win here for Fulham. I feel like it'll be a good result. Again, Fulham, I think they've got a very well balanced squad. So do Brighton, to be fair. I think Brighton have a very well balanced squad. I think they're both teams that have a good, decent squad depth, decent first 11, couple standout players. Just very, very solid teams, and both good managers as well. So, yeah, I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Fulham, though. Burnley versus Spurs. Burnley coming off the draw with Liverpool. Spurs coming off the loss against West Ham. If Spurs drop points here, Thomas Frank is in big, big trouble. Big trouble. They did get the win against Dortmund, though, to be fair, in the Champions League, did Tottenham, so good confidence builder there for them. Burnley, I'm just not convinced by them, and I think they're already pretty much down. So I'm going to say a 2-0 win for Spurs. But again, I'm not confident making that prediction. I think Spurs, they're a peculiar team, man. They're a weird team. Man City versus Wolves. Okay, Man City obviously coming off the loss in the Champions League against Bodo Glimt, which was Bodo Glimt's first ever win in the Champions League. 3-1 win there. It was a crazy game. I don't know what's gone on with Man City. Wolves, they've been better under Rob Edwards recently, started getting decent results. So got the win against West Ham. They've been picking up points here and there, playing well as well. That's the thing as well, that they're actually playing well. Even the games they're using, they're making it difficult. So yeah, they are overall just looking a better team, but they're already down, and I cannot see Man City dropping points. In no disrespect to Wolves, but in games they should be winning comfortably twice in a row. So I'm going to say a 3-1 win to Manchester City. Bournemouth versus Liverpool. It was funny enough, I mentioned Wolves, I know I said West Ham versus Wolves. I actually have written down here, I had to cross out, I said Bournemouth, and I had to cross out Wolves for some reason. Wolves are just on my mind today, I don't know why. But Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Bournemouth, as I said, coming off that 1-1 draw against Brighton as well. They've dropped off massively, Bournemouth here. Obviously, we remember this was Liverpool's first game of the season as well. They won 4-2. They went 2-0 up and they were looking comfortable. But then obviously they dropped to two, or conceded 2 goals, and it was a bit nervy towards the end. Liverpool coming off that 3-0 win against Marseille, one of the best performances, if not the best performance of the season by them. Absolute rampant performance. I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. Again, not convincing by them. I'm not convinced by them. They do this a lot. They play well, then they drop points. Play well, drop points. But I just think they'll have too much for this Bournemouth squad. 2-0 win for Liverpool, and I think the confidence will be high after the Marseille win. Palace versus Chelsea. Palace have been poor recently, very poor. You could say John Philippe Mateta could be out the door as well, which is a big loss for them. We know how important he is. Um, yeah. Chelsea under Rossinia. They're playing better. They're playing better. Getting results. They did make some weird decisions though. They didn't play on the Champions League. That being said, they also subbed off Petrovic. I think it's Petrovic, was it? One of their goalkeepers anyway. No, not Petrovic. Is it Jorgensen? However you say his name. Um, yeah. Before the end of the game, like he subbed off the goalkeeper basically. Is what I'm trying to say for Robert Sanchez. So weird decisions. But I just can't back Palace at the minute. Palace are poor because they're a 1-0 win away from home for Chelsea. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Again, both teams you expect to be up there. Newcastle starting to pick up points, getting results here. Villa obviously still third in the table, but they did just use against Everton, which was a surprise there. They've just sold Daniel Mayen as well, Aston Villa, but they are signing Tammy Abraham, so swings and roundabouts. I actually thought Mayen was decent, you know. I would have honestly looked at selling Watkins maybe instead of Mayen. I think Mayen offers more nowadays, but I don't know. Newcastle, also coming off the Champions League game as well. I'm gonna say 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. Just I can't separate the two teams. Brentford versus Forest. Brentford win. I think. I think Forest. Again, Sean Dyche might be in trouble. You never know. It's over at Forest. I mean, the owner does quite like to sack his manager. Quite harshly at some points. But yeah, if they get dragged down to that relegation fight again, they're still in the relegation fight, but dragged further down. I think he could be going. Brentford good at home as well. I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Brentford there. You're going to have to wait to my preview later for Arsenal versus Manchester United, which means the final game is Everton versus Leeds United. Both teams, I'd say very capable teams. Everton, again, coming off that win against Aston Villa. Leeds, much better recently, being on really, really good form ever since Daniel Farke changed formation. Jack Grealish going to be out for about 4 months, which is a big shame for him there, and a big shame for Everton as well, as we know how important he could be, and how much quality he possesses. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. Why not? Go on, let's have some fun. So that was it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, share the video around. It's all greatly appreciated. You know the drill by now. Abosh, come on. Enjoy the football. Take it easy. Come on.